With Memorial Day weekend here, there will be many ceremonies to mark the solemn day of remembrance for those killed in our nation's wars. One man will honor departed veterans with a rake, a leaf blower, and some hard work. News 12's Brian Donahue's story takes us to a forgotten cemetery in Tinton Falls.
These are just laying buried and rooted in the dirt. I mean, they have roots growing in and out of them. So
while most of us are barbecuing or hanging at the beach this Memorial Day weekend, 31-year-old Ron Errickson of Jamesburg will spend a good chunk of his time here at Pine Brook Cemetery in Tinton Falls, tucked amid subdivisions in the woods near an old Lenape burial ground, the resting place for generations of local African Americans who couldn't be buried in local white cemeteries. The newest grave dates 1939.
there are some headstones that are missing, some that aren't even here because they couldn't afford headstones. They just used wooden crosses, and obviously now they're gone.
Errickson and a few helpers have spent the last few weekends cleaning up the place, clearing up the 12 inches of brush and leaves that had turned it into a swampy mess.
You got to clean this all out and have the respect for everybody, especially our veterans.
Old cemeteries and historic sites are falling through the cracks all over New Jersey. The stories are always similar. The local church that owns the place lacks funds for maintenance. Local volunteer efforts wax and wane. I could spend an hour delving into all that, and plenty of folks are trying to figure out a permanent fix here. But Errickson's eyes glaze over when he hears it. He just grabs a rake and gets to work.
In some circumstances, it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission in certain ways. I don't think I'm going to get put in handcuffs for cleaning up a veteran's cemetery.
This is the third cemetery he's cleaned up. Neglected cemeteries irk him, especially when veterans' graves are involved.
Aggravates the crap out of me.
More leaves will fall here, and maintaining 3 cemeteries is more work than one guy can do. But maybe the point is the very act of remembering and honoring the purpose of Memorial Day itself. And one more thing, Errickson says he could always use some help. I'm Brian Donahue. That's Positively New Jersey.
And speaking of which, if you want to help volunteer, Errickson says do not call him, just show up Saturday or Sunday around 10 a.m.